Hey, what is up guys? DRC3 here, back with another My Hero Ultra Impact video, and today I'm going to be going over the differences between power and skill impact. Okay, so what we're looking at right here is the character screen and all the different powers for the characters I currently have. As you can see, Bakugo has the highest power out of all of these characters. Now, before we hop into the comparison between power and skill impact, we have to first talk about what they are and establish what they are, so you guys can understand the differences between them. Okay, so starting with power, we're gonna tap into Bakugo here and take a look at his character stats. So every character has these stats. They have HP, they have power, they have speed, and they have crit rate. Every character's stats are different. So you can see Bakugo has the highest power at 7,166. Really, that's 8,166 with the increase from the advanced leveling. That is his base power. So whenever you see a ability or a memory or an auto skill, an EX skill, anything that says increase character's power, that is literally just going to increase their base stat of power. So that would take Bakugo's 8,166 power and increase it by whatever percentage it says. So if it says like 30%, then it's going to increase it to like whatever 30% of 8,000 is. That's too much math for me to figure out right now, but basically add about 3,000 to that, and that increases his base power, making him hit that much harder with his action skills and his normal attack and his plus ultra. It will increase all three of those things across the board. Whereas skill impact, on the other hand, is a little bit of a different story. To give you guys a little bit more of an idea of what I'm talking about, let's take a look at the memory you typically run on Bakugo. So typically you're going to run friendly reinforcements. If you look at the second part of friendly reinforcements, it says increases character's power by 10% for 3 turns when used in a successfully executed skill chain. So that means for 3 turns, his base stat of 8,000 power is going to be increased by 10%. And of course, this can stack, which is why you want to continue to use this memory in a successfully executed skill chain, because then that can become 20%, 30%, and so on when you stack his power, which is part of what makes Bakugo hit so hard. Additionally, if you look at the bottom of this memory, it says increases characters plus ultra move skill impact by 10%. Now, here's where we start to talk about skill impact. There are actually 5 different types of skill impact in the game. This one right here specifically says raises the plus ultra move skill impact. So what is skill impact? How is it different from power? Well, power is Bakugo's base stat. Skill impact is the amount of damage being done to the enemy character, okay? So when it says increases skill impact, that means it's increasing the damage on the enemy character. It's not increasing Bakugo's base stats. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So the 5 different types of skill impact that are in the game are action skill impact, which you can increase, plus ultra move skill impact like you see here, normal attack skill impact, and critical hit skill impact. And all of these names should be pretty self-explanatory. To give you guys another example right here, increases characters critical hit skill impact by 40%. So you can see there are different types of skill impact that can be increased. And so once again, the difference between power, the difference between skill impact. Power is an increase of your character's base stat. Skill impact is an increase of the damage that is already there from the base stat. Okay, so the question of whether skill impact or power is better, how to answer that question. Neither is really better than the other. It's just going to depend on the scenario you're on. So for example, this would be a really good memory for like Kaminari, because the UR Kaminari has an AoE plus ultra and it can hit really hard. However, when you don't have his power increase, it only hits for like 20,000. Increase his power with this memory, it'll hit for like 60,000, because that increases his base stat of power. Whereas if you did skill impact on Kaminari, that would just take the power that he already has and increase the damage that's already being done, and it wouldn't increase it quite as much as the power. So in some cases, I might argue that increasing power is slightly better than skill impact, but it really depends on the character, because there's another character in the game you might know of them, who increases their own skill impact with speed. And in their case, the skill impact is better than power. You wouldn't want to put a power memory on them, rather you'd want to put a skill impact or a speed memory on them. And that character is going to be Blue Hawks. And there's more than just Blue Hawks, but this is just a really good example. So if you look at his second action skill, Fierce Wings Pursuit, deals 350% damage to a single opponent and increases character skill impact by 40% for 3 turns when used in a successfully executed skill chain. So 3 turns of skill impact increased by 40%, and that does not have a specified type of skill impact. So it's not saying just action skills, just plus ultra skills. So this is actually going to raise your skill impact for plus ultra skills. It's going to raise your skill impact for critical hits. It's going to raise your skill impact for action skills. It's going to raise your skill impact for normal skills as well for 3 turns, making Hawks ideal for damage. Very, very good at dealing damage. So in Hawks' case, skill impact is going to be far better and far superior than power, because he already has a really high base stat of power. You don't really need to increase his base stat of power. So instead of increasing his power, we're going to multiply his damage that he's already getting from his power, because Hawks is already so strong. So if a character basically is already strong, already has enough power, then you don't need to increase their power more. You want to increase their skill impact. If a character doesn't have a super strong ability, like Kaminari, he has an AoE that's really good, but it's not super strong. In that case, it's better to increase their power. Hopefully that kind of answers your guys' questions about skill impact and power, the difference. I know I struggled with understanding this for a long time, so I just thought it'd be a good thing to go over. If you guys enjoyed the video, please go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Did you already know this? Let me know in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please, 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 I am still trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, so help me out. Thank you guys. Peace.